Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Talking Crazy 88. Back again with another podcast on this beautiful Saturday morning. Chilling with AJ Fernandez Stick. Let's see. San Latano, one of my favorites. And I got my coffee with me. We'll let y'all look at the beautiful scene. New York City. An undisclosed part of New York City. Back on the balcony again with my coffee. So how's everybody doing on this beautiful Saturday afternoon? Hope everybody's doing very well. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Got a few things to talk about earlier this week. One thing that's on my mind is that Shedeur Sanders last night with the Brownies balled out, man, in the preseason game. He proved all his haters wrong that this boy this young man can play in the NFL because he's been tutored by NFL athletes, namely his father. So why wouldn't he do very well? He's doing much better than these ham and eggs that they put on the field, especially the ham and egg that we drafted out in New Orleans. I never heard of Tyler Shaw. Who the fuck is that motherfucker? I mean, if he's gonna ball out, he'll ball out, but I don't know. I think I'm kind of glad that the Saints schedule doesn't have too many primetime games. Most of the games are gonna start at 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock start here in the East Coast, 12 o'clock in New Orleans, Central Time. They give everybody enough time to get down to the quarter, and do something other than watch that mess that the Saints are gonna put out this year. I don't even think the over and under is gonna be 5.5. I don't think they're gonna make 5 games this year. Most of the big time players are going to be traded, such as Cam Jordan. I think he's going to be traded during the season so he can get a Super Bowl ring. He deserves it. Alvin Kamara may be traded to a good team. I don't know. It's just going to be a mess this year. But anyway, that wasn't on my mind. Got another athlete, Sha'Carri Richardson. I saw the airport video. I mean, I don't know what triggered it, but anything you deal with a hood rat bitch like that, who's put on the stage of America's Sweetheart, turns out to be a hood rat. All right. I mean, listen. I don't know what it is about these black women that rise to prominence and still want to have that ghetto film on them. And you fellas know what I'm talking about, the ghetto film, like the hood rat behavior, insolent behavior, insolent against authority. You can't tell me shit type of thing. And these white people are just looking and laughing at you. And I'm laughing at you because it's comedy to me. You see these black women acting a fucking fool with no shame. This is an Olympian with a gold medal who's a medalist. acting like a fucking fool at an airport. Remember I told you, fellas, black men, the airport is the last place that you want to fuck around and find out. Okay? And especially DV, especially domestic violence, DV. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. You know, because a lot of these, because I'm starting to see it now, that a lot of these old bitches, and young bitches too, young old bitches my age or older, or younger, and even the young ones, because they learn from the old bitches. How do you go through 60 years of your life, and then you decide that you want to fight the police, that you want to fight authority, that you want to act a fool in public? Okay, I dated a woman like that was just so hair-triggered emotional. Just love, when it comes with me and anybody else, they love to emotionally react instead of emotionally react instead of mentally responding. Okay, and this bitch was the one that told me when we was on the traffic stop, you know, to behave myself against a police officer. Against the police officer that wanted to wrote me a citation for a fix-it citation for my headlight. Now, granted, I had no business driving around with a non-operable headlight. I'll accept that, because what I did was I got it fixed, but I emotionally reacted a little bit, and I did, by snatching the ticket out of his hand and cussing him out. See, that was a bitch thing to do on my part, and I can accept that. You know, I can accept that, and that's why, you know, when you emotionally react, bad things tend to happen to you, fellas. And I've seen the body cam videos of all these niggas emotionally reacting instead of mentally responding. Okay? Like the airport video that I saw a prison nigga who was traveling with his mother, and somebody brushed past his mother. This is not a big deal. It happened to me. I'm not going to go out and smack somebody in the head over it. If they didn't say excuse me, cool. If they did, cool. I don't care. I got somewhere else to go. Now this occurred in the Tampa International Airport. Now I love watching body cam videos out of Tampa and Orlando, because it seems to be ground zero for crazy, for some strange reason. All right, they don't really have body cam videos in Arkansas or New Mexico, but it seems to be that Tampa, Florida is ground zero for crazy. Okay, this prison nigga walked up to this man, confronted him, and then smacked him without any provocation, without any justification. So he crashed out for his mama, who seems to be reasonable, but didn't stop the nigga from running up on him and smacking him over a non-issue. So now he's going to be in prison. He's going to go back to jail because he probably violated probation. He said he didn't, but yeah, chances are when you're in the system, you're in the system. They take their sweet time getting you out, and once you complete probation, they'll take their sweet time removing you off the records of probation. Okay? Because they know you're gonna fuck up. Remember what I told you, young men? Your reputation is who you are. If you have a reputation with law enforcement, police officers, of course, they have every right to make that judgment against you, a judgment about you, that you're that you're a prison nigga, that you're a criminal, that you didn't clean up your life. If you're on probation and you got still outstanding fines that you haven't paid or restitution that you haven't paid, you're going to be in the system for a very long time. Okay? You will always have that reputation. And having that reputation is just going to be hard for you to clean up. If not, it's very difficult for you to clean your reputation. Now that this shit is on body, you know, the police are recording it, it becomes a public record. And people can get access to your body cam, to police body cameras. And they are posting it on YouTube and other social media. People, millions and millions of people, billions of people are going to watch you crash out at Tampa International Airport for something that's so small that you're going to go to jail for. You're going to go to jail for defending, quote unquote, defending your mama, your punk ass mama, who didn't stop you from acting a fool at an airport because you got something more important to do, you know, to like making your flight. Like boarding your flight and getting the fuck out of there to where you're supposed to go. Emotionally reacting instead of mentally responding. You know, white people are right when they say that black folks don't have reason skills. I don't. And I agree wholeheartedly. We're all emotional people. I'm including myself into the set. I get emotional sometimes. But I'm quick to figure out the situation, to assess the situation and respond to it. Like for me, I would never put my hands on that man because he didn't push my mama. He didn't sucker punch my mama. He just walked right. He just brushed past her because the bitch was in the way. At a Starbucks, at an airport. And you know what this dumb nigga did? He just nonchalantly just took the charge, took the arrest. Like he was supposed to take it like a man. He was like he did something, he accomplished something. You dumb motherfucker, you got charges on you now. Now you gotta go back to court in Tampa. You gotta travel back and forth to Tampa to deal with this bullshit. And you're gonna go back on probation. Because that dumb motherfucker ain't gonna do no jail time. He's prison time. He's not gonna spend another day in jail. They're gonna let that motherfucker out, back on with probation, and he's gonna do something stupid again to get himself locked up again. See how the cycle continues when you emotionally react and you're in the criminal justice system? One big cycle. And it's one big cycle that these niggas caused themselves. Okay? That's why I don't defend criminals on my channel. I've never have, never will. I'm not pro-police either, because I don't blindly support an organization or an agency that, that's a little bit harsher on the niggers than they are on Caucasian. But that's life. Okay? that's life. I've been hearing these poverty pimps for years trying, preaching about reforming the justice system. You know how you can reform the justice system? It's telling these little kids, these little boys and girls, not to emotionally react to everything that you see that's done. You have to mentally respond. There's also a mental illness in our community, in black society. Yeah, you gotta understand. When I was growing up, it was 125 years that slavery ended. It wasn't that long ago. And when I was growing up, some of the people that was born in the 1800s, they were people that I ran into that was born in the late 1800s, in the late 19th century. There are some people that seen the changes that occurred over the years. Reconstruction, Jim Crow, Civil Rights Movement, and now in the early 21st century, bullshit. Poverty pimping. But if you want to have that reputation of being a criminal, that's your business. I don't give a fuck about you. But if you want to get out of the justice system, because some people, they're not telling you how to get out of it. Crime does pay. You got to pay your restitution. You got to complete your probation. You got to stop emotionally reacting to bullshit. You emotionally react when the cops ask you for your ID when on a traffic stop. They ask for your driver's license, which is required by law to present to a law enforcement officer on a traffic stop. And I seen these motherfuckers on a body cam video. On video, I don't have my ID. I don't have my driver's license. I'm not giving you my driver's license until you tell me what I got pulled over for, even though the officer actually told you, you dumbass, what you were pulled over for. See, listening, you're hearing, but you don't listen. There's a difference between hearing and listening. Like in that movie, White Man Can't Jump, when he went over, you're hearing Jimi Hendrix, but you're not listening to Jimi Hendrix. That went right over your head, dumbass head. That went right over your head. I got it. When you're hearing things, people can hear what they want to hear. When you're listening, you can process the information and understand what the fuck this person is talking about. Another thing I noticed, I love on the body cam videos, y'all love to talk. Y'all love to repeat yourself. Y'all love circular conversations. With me, I don't say a goddamn thing to the police. I don't say nothing. Once I hear the Miranda rights, you have the right to remain silent. Nothing I say at that point is going to get me out of those cuffs or preventing them from arresting. 99% of the time, I'm going to be arrested. You're going to be arrested. You're going to be arrested regardless whether you talk to the police or not. It's just that how much information you're going to give them to convict your dumb ass. Lawyers love it when you don't talk to police, when you don't say a damn thing to them. Because they have a strap, because they got paid, they went through 4 years of college, 3 years of law school, and law school ain't cheap, baby. To come up with strategies to get your dumb ass out of jail, out of prison, to win court cases for you. But yet you emotionally react and give the officers all the information that they need to convict your dumb ass. You know, back in the day, officers would whoop your ass. Nah, they don't have to do that. They got you recorded. They got you on video. Their job is easy. And it's damaging your reputation. When those videos come out, now you got a reputation. Okay? You got a reputation of being a criminal. And it's very hard to shake that reputation if it comes back 10 years later that all in all, you got a good job and you're in some prominence. Then this video comes out. Of you getting arrested for depositing a bad check. A bad check that a strange person gave to you and said, just go ahead and cash this check. I'll give you $500 out of the check, all right? You take all the risk. You take all the risk for little reward. Believe it or not, I fell for a scam like that. I almost fell for it. I was between jobs, and somebody presented me with an opportunity to open up a PayPal account and they would send me funds, and I would divert it right to the agency, to that person, to another email address, which was under the Center for Disease Control, CDC. So I got the money in my PayPal account, but I didn't transfer it because I wanted to do some more home research on who I'm sending this money to. Lo and behold, I emailed the director of the CDC, one of the managers, sent them the information. They responded back, we are not familiar with this person. I'm sorry, I don't know who that person is. And lo and behold, 2 days later, they debited my PayPal account for the same amount of money because it was a charge, because somebody reported their credit card being charged. It was a charge back. See, I was gullible. And this occurred 20 years ago, and I was gullible, and I was desperate. Well, not really desperate, but I was in between jobs. I really needed either a job or make some money. Fortunately, it worked out. That I didn't go to jail, I didn't go to prison, law enforcement didn't come to my house and arrested me. But I never did that shit again. Because I don't want that reputation. I don't want a reputation of being a scam artist, a con artist. Those are low life. Those are people who are low lives of society. Okay? You know, they spend all their time in education thinking that they're smarter and better than you because they outsmarted you. They outsmarted somebody that was gullible and naive. Okay? So this is why I'm thinking about doing another channel on how to avoid scams and scam artists. Because they're the lowlifes of society. I don't give a fuck about them. If you have a reputation of being a scam artist, a con artist, I don't want you around me. I don't want you in my circle. You have that filth. You have a filthy spirit about you. I don't even want to be seen with them. And I tell everybody in my family that too. If you have a history of shoplifting or theft or scamming people, I don't want you around me. I don't want that spirit around me. You're a low class, low down person. You're worse than a murderer. You are worse than a murderer. You are worse than you're the worst of society. And I'm not talking about just any penny ante theft. I'm talking about stealing my car, like a nigga stole my car 10 years ago. Right in front of my building, just stole my car. And a month later, I get a call from a detective of the police department saying that they found my car, which is like 3 blocks away from where I live. They towed it to the impound. They stole parts from my car, making it inoperable. Where I just gave the car away. I just said, you know what, fuck it. Here, take it. Take the damn thing. And you want to know something? When that happened to me, I prayed to God that I hope they find the motherfuckers that stole my car. And I prayed to God, I hope the motherfuckers resist arrest. And when they resist arrest, well, it's in the police hands now when they resist. I put it out there. Man. Anybody that steals from anybody, takes from anybody without working for it, I hope you get caught, and I hope you do resist arrest. I want you to resist arrest. I want you to get fucked up. Because if I saw you stealing out of my house, stealing my car, if I catch you, I will kill you. I'm not gonna ha kiki and everything else. I will kill you. You will be fucked up. You will be, well, I'm not gonna say the K word, but I will put you in the hospital. I have no problems with it. And brothers, you don't want to have that reputation of being a scammer, a thief. Okay? You don't want to have that reputation. That's a reputation you cannot shake. You cannot just shake it off. Because people will not trust you. I can't trust you in my house. I can't trust you around my people. I can't trust you around my friends. I can't trust you around my mama. I can't trust you for nothing. No. And you should have that same attitude when it comes to thieves and scam artists. Because I don't steal. I did before. Like I said, when I was a little kid, I did it before. I stole an Archie comic book out of a store when out of a Pathmark back around 1985 because my mother wouldn't refuse to buy it for me. So I took it anyway. She caught me with it. When I was at my grandmother's house, she caught me with it. And we had a long talk. She didn't whoop my ass, but I kind of wish she did. The way she talked to me, she talked to me like I'm a low-life criminal. That she can't trust me around. And you know when you have a conscience, when you have something inside of you that says that rotten feeling in the pit of your stomach, that I'm a dishonest person. She viewed me as a dishonest person for the next couple of months. She would watch me talking crazy. If you want that magazine, I'll pay for it. Don't like talking to me like I'm a criminal. Like she didn't trust me. And I never want to have that feeling again. Some of y'all don't have that feeling because something's wrong, mentally wrong with y'all. And that's what I believe that a lot of scam artists are. They just, something is mentally wrong with it. Something is off. That they need to be eliminated from the face of this earth, in my opinion. And I mean, put away in prison for a long, long, long time. That's why I tell you fellas, protect your reputation. Protect your reputation. And one thing about protecting your reputation is being very careful who is around you. Because the old saying, which is true, birds flocks together. These con artists, armed robbers, you have to use a weapon to take what I have. I have no respect for you. And if your feelings are hurt from what I'm saying on this live stream, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. This is not for you. I tell the truth. I tell the truth here. And one thing about your reputation, you got to be honest with yourself about who you are. You got to be honest about who you are in this world. You go outside of this country. You go outside of this country. People do not have. They do not have a not. We have a nonchalant attitude about con artists, thieves, and armed robbers. They don't feel that same way out overseas. You will get killed. You will get eliminated. You will get deleted for stealing from somebody. But brother, protect your reputation. Do not have a criminal. Not have a reputation of being a criminal. And if you are a criminal, stop it. Clean up your life. Clean up whatever it is. If you're on probation, stay on probation. Just go to work. Go home. Go to work. That's it. Birds of a feather flock together. Gotta get rid of your homies. They ain't your friends. Unless they putting money on your books while you're in prison. They ain't your friends. Even motherfuckers in prison don't like con artists or thieves. They don't even like the motherfuckers in prison. You're the lowlife of society. You're the scum of the earth. You're the bottom. You're the shit that's on the bottom of my shoe right now. The shit on the bottom of my shoe is much more valuable than the con artist. It's more reputable. But if you are, clean it up. Clean up your act, man. Just if you're in the life, if you're in the system for any bullshit, clean it up. On probation, stay on probation. You gotta pay court costs, fines, and restitution. Pay that shit. Now, I was going to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson and her man. He's a simp. He's a simp. But a lot of y'all love these bitches that I don't understand how black men, young black men, love bitches that are violent. See, I have a zero tolerance, and I tell anybody that I date and everybody that I date, I have a zero tolerance for any forms of violence. I have a zero tolerance for it. I have a zero tolerance because I'm not trying to get locked up on no DV. Put your hands on me, and if I react, this punk ass bitch is gonna call the cops, or the cops is on his way. It happened to a friend of mine. He was in a DV situation where the bitch was arrested, fortunately. Came home drunk from the club, or whatever, or bar. Bitch got mad. Wanted to have a loud discussion at 12:30 at night in a white neighborhood, in a all-white apartment building complex. And you have to act like a nigga at 12:30 at night, yelling, screaming, and carrying on to the point where this woman stabbed him. If you're carrying on at 12:30 at night over some bullshit, anything serious, well, you know what? All women are like children with titties and ass. They're just grown children, so you can't do anything about that. I'm not talking to them. There's nothing I can do about women in general, particularly black women. All right? But carrying on, cussing, carrying on, because you have no sense of where you are. Most women don't have that sense of where they are because they're prone to emotionally react to everything, to anything that a man does. That's in their nature. The fellas, that's in their nature. You could be having a good day until she sees you on your phone, a text message from a random woman that you dated years ago, and she's gonna stop. She's gonna ruin your day by having a loud discussion with you in the middle of the street. I have a zero tolerance on that because I have a reputation. Birds of a feather flock together. Remember I told you, my woman is supposed to represent me. Your woman is supposed to represent who you are. And if she's cussing and carrying on in the middle of the damn street, embarrassing you, and have no problems embarrassing you. Gotta get rid of him. Get rid of him. Your reputation, fellas. You gotta protect your reputation. All right, here. All right, I'm 4 minutes here. Oh, Dr. Marquise. Oh, my cousin Marquise. I'm sorry. No, Dr. Marquise. No, Auntie is not an old bee. Listen, I'm gonna call you after this. All right? I'll call you. I'm gonna call you afterwards. All right. Oh my goodness. All right, I got some comments here. All right. What's up, Cool Kid, Shaylin, Jason Martinez, Dr. Marquisha, the Average Jones. Oh, all right. All right, let me go ahead. I'm 40 minutes in. I'm going to have to do a part 2 later on. Continue the black man's reputation. All right? We got to protect your reputation. Okay, fellas. Look. I'm going to cut it short because I got shit to do. This is Talking Crazy 88. And I am black men. Let's be careful out there, all right?